Hi everyone, this is Joseph from English with Joseph, and it's nice to be with you again today. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit about music. Someone asked me yesterday, who's your favorite musician? Well, that's a very difficult question. I don't think I could name one musician. I think I would have to give you a list of my favorite top 10 or top 12, top 20, maybe even top 100. But I think I can say in a few words who my favorite musicians are. I recently discovered the voice of Dawn Upshaw. Dawn Upshaw is an American soprano, and she really has the voice of an angel. She has such a beautiful voice, but when you hear her, you can't help be a little bit moved with your emotions. When you hear her, you can't help but to be moved a little bit with your emotions. Okay, so you have to listen to Dawn Upshaw. There is something by a Polish composer called Henryk, and I don't remember his second name, but anyway, the symphony is called Symphony of Sorrowful Songs, and Dawn Upshaw is the soprano. She trained with the Metropolitan City Orchestra, is it? Metropolitan City Choir? Anyway, she's from New York, and you can find her on Google, but she's very, very nice and has one of these very strong voices. In other musical tastes, well, I love Elaine Caswell. Elaine Caswell is one of my favorite musicians. She did a lot of work with Jim Steinman. Jim Steinman is how would you describe Jim Steinman? Well, he is a rock composer which crosses into the classical realm. So he takes a classical piece of music and creates some kind of rock symphony based on it. I'm sure there's a name for that. Is it Philharmonic Rock? Is that what you would call it? I'm not sure, but he's a very good composer, and she did a lot of work with him. And she also has some almost operatic voice, although she's not an operatic singer, but she has a beautiful voice, so you can check her out as well. Her name is Elaine Caswell. Well, in my teaching profession in the last few days, I've been very busy. One of the things which happened today, which happened this morning in a lesson, was that very deep awareness again of how the way in which English people communicate with one another. English people don't communicate with words. Words are neutral for the English person, but we set the mood of the way we want the words to be heard. Imagine a very beautiful piece of music. The words really aren't that important because it's the music which sets the notes. Okay, think of your favorite piece of music. Think first of all what it would be like without words. It would give you that same feeling inside, but it does help you to understand the way the person presents that music to you. Have a moment to think about how, if you take away the music, what the words would mean. And you soon realize that the music without words is nothing. If anything, the words are the front piece of what the message is from the music. Okay? Let's look at that in terms of how it applies to English. If you ask me how I feel, and I say, yeah, I'm okay, yeah, I'm fine, the words give you one message, but my tone and my pitch tell you something completely different. So when it comes to learning English, you have to know how to read the music. You have to know what that pitch is telling you, because you can't rely on the words only for an accurate description. Okay? So I want you again to tell me, this time, stop and have a think about a piece of music that you've heard and how that corresponds to the words. Okay? Now think about an English speaker and the messages he gives you with the words and the messages he gives you by the tone of his words. I want you to write to me, and I want you to tell me what you think. Can you really hear a difference? And I also want you to tell me about what message you're giving with your words. What tone are you using, and what piece of music are you giving, and how is that being received with people around you? Well, that's all I wanted to say today. So I hope you have a good day, and let's talk soon. Bye bye.